Hi everybody, this is the baseball head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, and welcome back to the baseball head. And hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. This channel, if you don't know, is on the cutting edge. The cutting edge ahead of all these other channels that you follow in terms of the Mets content. I had said earlier today, I did a video, and I've been talking about this particular player for about 2 weeks, that the Mets should be looking into getting back Michael Conforto, because I'm fed up watching DJ Stewart. Now, before we get into this video, a very difficult situation happened during this Met game tonight, and that is Kodai Senga hurt his calf. He's got a calf strain. Hopefully it's not too severe, but he's going to be out a while, And it's a shame because he pitched great tonight against the Braves lineup. Boy, the Braves, they completely look shot. But I don't want to jinx anything in the last inning because the Mets are going into the ninth inning. But so I had mentioned, I did a video earlier this afternoon about how the Mets should bring in Michael Conforto, the former number one pick from 2014, and that the basis behind bringing him in here is he doesn't have to be a savior. He's a major improvement over DJ Stewart, who is hitting 177. And people said, I don't want Michael in that video. So you prefer to have a guy like DJ Stewart, who's not a good outfielder, is not a very good average hitter, a guy that is not very athletic, over Michael Conforto, who we know from years ago. He doesn't have to be the man here. He's a guy, you put him, like I said, you bat him 6th, you bat him 7th, you bat him 8th, you sit him against a tough lefty. He's a big home run hitter off the bench. No, he hit 132 home runs for the Mets in the 6 years he was here. That's nothing to sneeze at. 3 years in a row, he had over 25 home runs, so he has that power. This year, the batting average isn't great, but the OPS plus is above average. His OPS is very good. His slugging percentage is decent. He's got 10 home runs. He's got 17 doubles. And I would mention, since I talked about it earlier, Mike Puma of the New York Post put out a tweet during the game saying that the Mets are interested in talking to the Giants about Michael. Earlier today, there was a lot of rumors going around that the Giants are getting ready to sell the veteran players. They're getting ready to sell Blake Snell, trade him. They're talking about moving Wilmer Flores, who the Mets shouldn't touch because he just can't play any. The Mets don't need an infield like him. And Mike Yastrzemski, the grandson of Carl Yastrzemski, the legendary Red Sox. So they are ready to move all these players, and whatever their bullpen is. The Mets should go after Trevor Rogers and try to get him in some kind of package deal, because the Mets certainly could use a lefty. So I mentioned Michael earlier. Now I notice that everybody that is a competitor of mine is doing videos on him. I did a video on him earlier. So this is why you have to follow this channel. I'm ahead of everybody in terms of what the Mets should do, the better players, the best players that they need to win a game, win a World Series or whatever. And as you know, Michael Conforto hit 2 home runs in a World Series game back in 2015, and he had a lot of big home runs in that postseason. And he puts together, he's a very streaky hitter. We know that. He's a .250 career hitter, but the power is what you want. You want that power on your bench late in the game. And he's not going to be intimidated by being here. Plus, they moved the fences in since he left. Now, it didn't work out well at the end because there was a little animosity between that sort of front office and Michael. But in terms of everybody else here, everybody respected him. He's a good teammate. He's a good citizen here. So that's not an issue. But he is very streaky. We all know that. Very streaky player. But he doesn't have to be JD Martinez. He doesn't have to be Francisco Lindor. He doesn't have to be Pete Alonso. Okay? He has to be whatever the Mets need him to be. Put professional at-bats together and get the... And I would mention this, I said this a couple weeks ago, or maybe during the week, whatever it was, about Michael. Specifically when it comes to Pete Alonso. Pete is behind his average numbers. He's short on the home runs and short on the RBIs. If you can get a player to come in here that hits 6 to 8 home runs the last 2 months of the season and 20 to 30 RBIs the last 2 months of the season, those numbers could translate into a wild card spot and get the Mets to postseason. That is the goal. Get into postseason. It's all about getting the numbers. It's all about getting in runs, finding another source to score runs, to score more runs than the opponent. It's not only about getting the outs that you need for a game, but it's also about scoring more runs too. And the Mets have to figure out where to find that. Now, they've made some bullpen moves today. They brought in Ryan Stanek, who they were very much into this offseason to bring him in. They brought him in, but they need more bullpen help. But another bat's important. Plus, Starling Marte, there's no guarantee that when he comes back from the injured list that we're going to get the same kind of production out of him. And like I said, they need power off this bench, and they need a lefty on this bench that can hit the ball out of the ballpark late. And to be honest with you, DJ Stewart is not a major league player. He's terrible. The Mets should look to get him out of here, send him off, maybe send him back to the minors. I think he has options. Or he did last year. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But what's most important is Conforto is a player that right now in his career, he doesn't have to be the man. There's no we know what he's about. Okay? We know what he's all about here. So the most important thing is getting those numbers in terms of, like I said, getting the runs batted in, the home runs, and that's what the Mets should try to get and try to get out of him. What would you have to give up for him? Not a lot, because he's got money coming to him. He's got a contract. He's not a player that's played for them that long. And, of course, I think a lot of people would want him back. I've seen a lot of positive responses to that rumor of him, the Mets talking to the Giants about. So this is the kind of stuff that the Mets should look into. I don't like Jesse Winker. I think he's a mediocre player, in my view, who just kills the Mets. Stay away from him. He is a Met killer. Met killers don't help the Mets when they play for the Mets. We've seen a few over the years. They're terrible. Mets should stay away from him. That's my view of it. But I will keep doing videos. I would mention on Saturday. On Saturday, I will not have too many videos because I'm going to be working. And so much happened on Friday. You got so much content here I think you'll like. But I'll be back in the evening. Probably do a live stream. And putting live streams on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Because we got the trade deadline on Tuesday at 6 p.m. And we're going to be very busy. I've been very busy here today. Hoping the Mets won't be too busy tomorrow and Sunday. Because it's going to be a little hairy for me. All the traveling I do. But thank you for watching this video. And of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. If you subscribe to this channel, you are a genius. As is the host. Did I really say that? Yes, I did.